everyone, and welcome back to what is probably the last episode of Hawkshaw. Can't believe 50-something episodes in on hardest difficulty and we're still surviving. Well, perseverance paid off, which is always good. We also still have a ton of our new prisoners, and I would really love for them to all be recruited. Now, let me double check that they are actually set to be recruited. I was just not sure what I was clicking through this. They're not set to be recruited. So quick pause. Actually, maybe it was just Thomas. Nope. I think I recruited our prisoner of war, or started to, but not any of the ones that we acquired afterwards. So let's fix that. And with that ready, we also need to go into our schedule and make sure that our prison ward actually has enough time to recruit everyone. So I'm going to give him 3 hours in the morning. I'm going to give him another 3 hours at night. And I think that's good enough. So the next big question is, what do we really want to do with the remainder of, Hawkshaw? So I think we will try to finish up our construction of the, our castle, at least, as good as we can make it. And that also just means we still have a ton more stuff to do. Truda is actually kind of mining this away, which makes me think, let's temporarily block this from being chopped down. We're actually not going to remove this, but instead we're going to add some ladders. Ladders up here, double ones, and then one down there. So this way they should actually be able to get over here and deal with all of this. We have a ton more deers just show up, which is kind of nice. 12 of them. So you know what? Let's go and take 2 of our people. Construction, tailoring, and we don't really need tailoring right now. And drinking. Okay, Truda, you're also part of the group now. That will go hunting. We're gonna start taking some of them down, and that should hopefully help us with our food situation overall. Let's see where they're coming from. Okay, they're already on their way. I guess we could also attack some of the boars on the way. But, I think going after the deer for now, because they do show up randomly, and quite often they just all disappear at some point afterwards. I think it's worthwhile to just go ahead and do that. All right. There we go. First one down. Let's take down this one. Would you guys please go ahead and, do what you're told. All right, second one down. Gonna make sure both of them are actually allowed to be picked up. And we're gonna go after the next one. Next one also down. Awesome. Allow is F, so we're gonna utilize the shortcuts a little bit, or a little bit more at least. And we're just gonna keep hunting all of them. Next one also down. Here we go. Take out the big one over there. Not sure why you ran. Wait, what happened to your crossbow? Did you drop your crossbow? Did it decompose? Anyways, without a crossbow, I don't need you here. But we're gonna take the other 2 and keep hunting some of these animals. All right. Also on highest priority, which is really good, because I'm thinking in this playthrough we do have our animals. Never noticed that white bar here. Maybe that's the way they're facing? Interesting. You know what? Let's have you prioritize. I think that is a good haul overall. So let's just call that. successful. Have them carry some of them back at least. And then our dogs can carry the rest. Good. So this is kind of sorted at least. Let me have a look at the food production. We are really, well, not even really low. We are basically empty. Where is Gweneve? You are preparing food, but you're preparing the wrong kind of food. So what I think I need to do actually is set her or the area down here. I could set it to not produce anything right now, but maybe it makes more sense to just micromanage her a little bit until we have some food reserves and, you know, we're in a better situation. All right, prioritize construction, not construction, production. Good. In the meantime, it is nighttime again. They've done a good job though at building stuff. So let's keep going. Nobody got stuck here, right? Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get stuck here. Let me have you actually prioritize the construction of this. And Gweneve, of course, ran away. Oh no, she's back. Settlers are exhausted. Audrey, settlers are starving. Well, you should be able to grab some food now, I hope. And Gweneve, yes, you need to just make more stuff. Really, really make more stuff. Okay, in the meantime, what we could also do in order to improve this is actually put a small fireplace down. Who is still starving? Okay, Seal. You could have sat down, maid. Oh boy. Gweneve is sleeping. No, girl. I really need you to do some more cooking. Very high expectation, night terror, jealous due to inferior bedroom. Sorry about that. I guess everyone is jealous of Alan. I mean, he does have a great bedroom. Look at that. Right. But we need to focus. We need to keep doing stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. We're, I think, also now at the point where we should turn this into a roofed area. So if I'm going to do this, it's too wide. That kind of makes sense. So we'll place a wooden beam in the middle. Actually, no. We're not going to do that. Let's cancel that. Instead, I'm going to remove this staircase. We're not going to go any higher than this. But we're going to go in here, take a wooden roof. Not this one, but this one. Rotate this around and place it down all the way to here. Right. Actually, I could have gone one further. Anyways. Oh no, that one actually won't quite work. All right. Let me undo this. Hold on. There is this now. Single layer. Here we go. Okay. So if we're taking the wooden roofs, if it lets me click on it, we're going to add them in here all the way to that front. And also not going to do that. Soon I have it. I promise. Right, where we really want to extend them to is actually here. Is that true? Maybe we actually need two types of rooftops. What if I'm gonna take these, put them down here. That is 6 by 15, 7 by 15. Just need to make sure I can check that out on the other side as well. I think that was about here, 7 times 13. So if I do this, they should have the same height, and it looks about right. Yep, that looks good. Well, maybe at least. Okay. So if we have this in here, And we now know this is 26 wide, 1, 2, 3 more, 4 more. So we're going, instead of 6, we're going to 9. We can do another 9 over here. And while it won't be, that looks super weird. But in all honesty, maybe it's just fine. No, it's not fine. It's not fine. We want to give Hawkshaw a decent farewell. So let's instead go ahead and actually just continue that roof over here. I think it was down to there. Yep, here we go. What if we add this up there? What, that might just be okay. Especially if we're... I mean, there's not that much we can really do. But if we're gonna go ahead and turn the side areas into just straight roofs, it will look a little bit better at least. Alright, the sides here, they can be slightly slanted. I think I'm okay with that. So overall, I would say that looks decent enough. And now I need to add a staircase. Wait, but you can't build the ones in the back if I don't. Alright, I swear at some point I'll figure it all out. We don't actually need you anymore, so that is good. And now I can add the ladder up here, and then they can go up there and build all of these roofs. And then we add the other side in once they are done. I think that kind of makes sense. Right, quickly pause. Let me scroll down. Let's make sure we're, of course, out of food again. Queneve, already working on it. Okay, that is good. Wherever you came from, okay, from the wood up there. I kind of would like you to just pick up the sticks, though. So if we're going to go down here and say we're removing all of these. Same for this bit here. And then we have still the packaged meal. We're also going to edit that. No, we want to keep the sticks. And then we're making sure that this is on very high priority. It already is. And we're also going to expand the zone just so we can store some more of the sticks in there. All right. How is work going over here for constructing? Not so great. Well, they've done some things, I guess. And they can reach it, so I guess that's a bonus. Let's keep an eye on Queneve. And of course she's not doing anything. Where are you, girl? Maybe this is just too far away. So let's instead plan a little bit around this. If we can't get her to do all the work up there because it's too far, we can always add another kitchen down here. And we can actually make that a relatively large kitchen because I guess why not? Okay, this kitchen definitely needs wooden walls around there, so I'll make it a little bit extra large. And you know what? Let's add a bit more in here. All right. And we're placing our wooden beams basically always just a little bit apart from one another, but that didn't quite work out. So let me go ahead and do this properly. One wooden beam here. So this will be the wall. This will be the entrance. And then we have a wooden beam here, wooden beam here, wooden beam here, and then we're adding another wall over there. Plus, we need more space over here for additional walls. All right. So that is a lot to be mined out. I don't quite know if they're actually gonna manage to do this in time. Everyone is sleeping again. Quineve, please go ahead and produce more food. I know it's 1 a.m. Probably rather sleep. But unfortunately, I do think we need to make sure that, well, you keep just cooking. Your cooking still should be high enough. Yeah, we're making a decent amount of food. So that is something. Switching it out to the sticks that are right next to it definitely has helped in terms of, you know, the travel distance. Because look at that, we're already at 10 meals in just basically 2 hours. So she can, you know, keep working on this while everyone else is sleeping. And, you know, she can also just sleep during the day when it's time. I think also our dogs, Lenny, for example, he's probably just waiting to eat some of the stew. So, you know, good for Lenny. Right. And with the more fancy foods, we obviously need more stuff. Primary, secondary cooking ingredients and herbs. So that will cause her to walk a little bit more overall. What we could also do instead, actually, if we're moving the butcher station somewhere else. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Can't believe I haven't done that yet. We're going to add a temporary storage solution in here. We're filling all of this up. And then I wonder if we can squeeze in a rooftop. Not like this, because obviously there is no wooden beam over here. But I would still wonder if with this path above, we cannot actually squeeze in the rooftop. All right. So let's cancel this and instead just place down our limestone floors up here. And then we're turning this. Whose bedroom is that? Who are you? No one's? Okay, cool. I was just thinking we could turn this into a bit of a balcony kind of situation. So we might do that as we move forward. Is Quineve still cooking? Quineve is still cooking. I like to see that. And obviously our prisoners are probably eating all of our food. Because, you know, why wouldn't they, I guess. Preparing food. Moderately tired. Oh, poor girl. Yeah. Main point that I wanted to make here. Wait, oh, you're already working on it? Sweet. Is that once this is built, we can actually temporarily destroy this and add another wall basically in here, so this is properly separated. But we can then take some of our ingredients, things from down here. Why is not everything, not every raw thing? Oh, interesting. It's probably because they were initially built before the update. All right, so we're gonna add some shelves in here, artificially extending basically our kitchen space. And I would like to add another wall in here. And then we're just going to deal with what the storage here is actually set to. I think that will give us a good starting point to, well, help our settlers be in a slightly better position, hopefully. And we are actually really going to extend this up here into a balcony. So if we're looking for not the wicker gates, here we go. Place down some wooden fences. Then I think this will be actually quite a nice balcony. Alright, room created, prison cell. Wow. What are you guys doing down here? Maybe nothing. All right. Good. The shelves are coming in. So let's make sure. Yeah, I think I'll leave these, the 3 on the left as they are, and the 3 on the right I will actually just set up to store all the foods. And then we're going to set these to the highest priority for storage. So the food is actually not as far away from the cooking station as it currently is. Guinevere is sleeping. Sorry, need you to keep producing more food because I figured we'd be basically out. And of course we are. Copy settings. Paste settings. Paste settings. Here we go. All right. And our dogs are already delivering food up here, which I'm very excited about. Guinevere, you are already grabbing stuff from here. Okay, I think this is a much better situation. And until that kitchen down here is properly mined out, I think this is an okay solution for us to keep working on. Right, wait, Guinevere, okay, you can enjoy some entertainment, but good, you're back to cooking. All right, I don't think this will store too much of these things. Actually, I should just set these to the highest priority, not very high priority. So our shelves downstairs that don't allow the barley and the berries to be used for cooking, so they are still getting filled first. That's good. Come on. You can construct the walls, seal this off. So it's an actual room. Here we go. Spare room. Sweet. All right. Guinevere went to bed, but look at that. We do have 17 food now. With that, I think our food shortage is kind of sorted. They're also doing an okay job of putting up the roof up here. So I like to see that. And of course, we still need to finish our tower situation over here. That would be, I think, very useful. So let's make sure we're going at least one level higher. We're placing down limestone floor in here. And then we're placing another ladder up, which will then allow us to... wait, why did you remove the... Okay, we're removing you. We're going to place our ladder here. And then we can build more of these flooring boards on the top. Should also have a door. But this will be a reinforced door because this is our last refuge in case we get attacked. So place that down. And then also in terms of defenses, up here, we're going to place some merlons down. Let's do this first. There we go. All right, this way this tower will kind of come to a closure as well. All right. Recruiting attempt failed. Some recruiting attempts are successful. Okay, things are kind of at least moving forward. How is Guinevere doing with our food supply? Doing overall good. I think these shelves absolutely helped. All right, who are you? What are you actually doing, Willem? Willem is just training. So let's have a look. His marksmanship is level 10, so I think he's okay to keep training a little bit longer. Just to help with the defenses of our settlement. We should also continue the construction of all of this. Keep the buildings up down here. And then also make sure we're building this a little bit higher until we actually get to the point where we need to be in order to seal off this wall as well. Right, and with all of that, our castle is slowly coming together. However, this will be a much longer episode because I do want to make sure that we get everything kind of sorted. What are you doing? Who are you actually? Alan. Alan is going to pray. I don't think so. Please build this limestone block. We could also do temporarily is build a little outcrop here, and then I can just place all of the walls, which, you know what, that will probably make my life easier and will just cost us a few limestones, so I'm not too worried about that. What I am a bit worried about is our limestone block supply, which we don't have a lot of. Alright, so I think in that case it is time that we're gonna go onto our region and see if we can't trade with anyone. Probably not with you guys. You probably have limestone blocks. You're temporarily hostile still. Not temporarily, permanently. Alright. Mortally it is. Okay, let's put a caravan together. Willem is our speechcraft expert, so we're sending him. We, I think, are a little bit low on gold because we bought so many of those people. At some point we could get rid of the ashes. Anyways, so wall mirrors. We're definitely gonna sell those. Superior though. Superior or flawless? Which one is actually the better quality? Huh. Anyways, doesn't really matter. We could sell a boar carcass. Look at how many deers we actually have. Okay, let's sell some of the goats, and you know what, let's also sell the boar. We have a good amount of really exceptional clothing items. So we're gonna pack all of these. Again, to sell. Medicine shelves. We should put down a, not a pharmacy, but like a temporary hospital at some point. But, you know, that's kind of future problems. Gold ingots, 330. Ooh, what I never tried. Sorry. Don't we have a gold minting station somewhere here now? We do. And Letty is, I think, our smithing expert. She is. No active production. That explains it. Forever. Letty, go ahead. Bear has arrived. Okay, cool. And she is making gold now. I do want to see how much gold this actually produces, because I don't think 100 gold for 10 gold ingots. Oh wow, we're gonna be rich, because we have 330 gold ingots, I think. So that's 33. So 3,300 gold. That's pretty nice. Nah, you just keep producing, girl. I guess we could go and try to hunt down the bear. Mostly just for fun, I guess. Linda the dog gave birth. Hello, new fella. Which actually also tells me on the domestic animals, we probably have a few more baby dogs that can help hauling. So we're absolutely gonna do that. Having your animals haul is probably the best thing you can possibly do in order to speed up your development of your little settlement. Well, maybe not so little. All right, let's have another look at what the situation down here is. Yep, we're definitely okay again in food. So I'm very glad I did all of this, because that solved basically everything. And we don't even need the door or the walls. I'll need to make sure though that there will be a floor underneath once they are removed. But other than that, this can be part of the kitchen, because then this little space back here is not gonna feel insanely tight. And our people hopefully won't freak out when they're in that space. All right. How's this coming along? Overall, actually not too bad. You know what, Alan? I know you want to go pray. I'd like you to finish this first. We're going to remove that top layer, even though I just placed it. But once you guys are done, well, once you are done building this and the one next to it, I can have you walk up here, remove that ladder, and then we can just fill up this entire level with more of the limestone brick walls. Right. Quick pause. Deconstruct wooden ladder. No, don't do it from this side, mate. Maybe I'll actually just need to deconstruct the wall. There we go. And find a path. Okay, I guess that makes sense too, somewhat. It's a little bit of a weird roundabout way of creating all of this, but you know, it kind of works. And I want you to build this up, because once this is built, I can just fill up the rest of this wall. All right. Yep. Here we go. Where is Letty? Letty is hauling to the stockpile. I guess that's fair. Your stockpile is pretty far away. All right. Guinevere still cooking happily. Nice. These walls back here are all in, which is also great. Let's make sure we're filling this already up with the limestone brick walls. And yes, they can still walk around there, which I'm hoping will make this a little bit faster. Now, this is kind of a bit annoying. Can I have someone... Actually, why not? You're just shooting arrows. So I'll have you cut this down. Then we're placing another limestone brick wall in its place. For no particular reason, except that I think it will look a little bit better. Right, limestone pile is forbidden, there's no path to it. Okay, I guess. There's so much stuff to be built, but I guess it is just, you know, what it is. We also still have a little bit of mining to do around here. That will still take a while. I don't think we're going to ultimately bring it down all the way to the water level. But, oh, the goat? Okay. Wait, did I just see this right? Was there another baby dog? No, there wasn't. Okay. Big fan of puppies. In case you guys couldn't tell. Alright, why can't you? It can't be reached. That makes sense. So let's go ahead and build that ladder up here. And this can be reached again. What is the problem with this? Not allowed resources. So now we're gonna go back on here. Have Willem pack his stuff. And then we're gonna start filling up things and moving on to bartering for more material. Okay, we're definitely gonna take again the boar and the sheep, put in all the clothing because we can produce more. Could also just sell some research. You know what? Why not? Let's take some, just so we have some. Selling the winter clothes here, absolutely. We have a ton of the fur. But yeah, I kind of don't want to sell that. Rough wine. Don't we have aged fine wine? Oh, we don't have that much, actually. Chronicles, though. All right, let's take 100 of them. Worst case is we can sell them. You know, it's not too bad a thing. All right, and then we're adding another 700 gold coins. Okay, here we go. Now, back to the Z crew. All the cattle, you're not part of the Z crew, Cherry. Neither are you, Olympia. Actually, I'm just gonna take all the cattle, no matter what your name is. So it's the extended Z crew. There we go. 1,050 kilograms of capacity. Nope, we still have Cherry. Can't forget Cherry. And then we just need a little bit of food. Wait, that's not the right one. That's also not the right one. So it must be this one. Sweet meat. Okay. We have 6 of them. We also have some bread. Here we go. 5 of this stuff should do the trick. Right, and then we're just gonna accept and send you guys off. Willem is forming the caravan and heading out. Does remind me a little bit. Where is our caravan stop? It's down here. We should actually put down some flooring in front of it. So when they come back, it doesn't all immediately decompose. Actually, zoom a little bit down. Much better. What is going on? It's so busy. At 9 p.m. You guys should be sleeping. No, not really. Alright, talking a lot of nonsense, but, you know, that is, I guess, part of the job. Would also probably be good to cut down a bit more trees, just to make sure we actually have a good amount of logs. A little bit more indiscriminate than usual, but I think that'll be fine. And I'm also gonna check again on our food supply. Still doing good. Still doing good. Our Great Hall is looking nice. I might start micromanaging Alan in the morning to finish up the roof up here so that this is fully sorted. Which I think would be just good to have. Oh, and I know what we're gonna do. I can't believe I didn't think of that before. We're putting you back in. But not here. We're putting you one more to the front. And then we can put in a wooden beam here. And that will allow us to continue the rooftop all the way through here. Which I think will be quite nice, because then we can go ahead, place some wooden flooring here, and add additional, not gates, wooden fencing around this way. One thing that I didn't know for like the longest time on this game is if you want to put in fences and you press the Alt button, you're actually creating a proper enclosure. That does remind me, I did want to check. Is that true for walls? This is true for walls as well. I watched the devs on their recent, re-release, gameplay kind of thing. And then I saw this and I was like, this is just genius. Alan, stop writing. Jobs, construction. I definitely want you to keep constructing things. Because, yeah, we need to move things forward. Also have a quick look at our animals down here. Got plenty of food left. I like to see that. And up here, I think we can't remove that ladder yet. Yeah, you shouldn't be sticking out, but we'll start filling this up with walls. I don't quite know if they would be able to reach the walls from up here, building it down. But regardless, you know. Oh wait, you have the wrong thing. So do you. That looked a bit strange. There we go, much better. And again, making progress. And that is always a good thing. I guess one thing we can also do already is add all of these walls in. I want them to extend a little bit further, because down here, this was always the plan. There will be staircases that actually head down there, and then we'll fill in kind of the rest. All right. Wait, didn't I say Alan to construct this up here? I guess, like I said, I will micromanage him. The day is basically over. They can actually construct this from underneath, so I should probably not worry too much about placing down the these bits and pieces first. But, you know, I guess let him just finish it. We're getting there. A new person has come. What, you're good at construction? Yep, absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Let's have a quick look in under manage. Clothing only. You get the same stuff. The good stuff and all apparel. I think that is nice. What else? Yeah, you're just good at construction. So your main job will actually be just to construct. Auto equipping, good. At least this way he's not eating raw food. Alan, stop drinking. Getting there. Slowly, but we're getting there. It doesn't take him that long to actually build all of this. Also, who started this part of the roof and then just stop mid-construction? It's hard to keep them all on track. Oh, no, 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 no. Does that really mean? Oh, man. All right. You know what this is then gonna be? Just a much larger rooftop terrace. If you guys insist, then you guys insist. All right. I think it will still look very nice. Although actually, maybe instead of the wooden fencing up here, what we should really put down is some merlons. Yes, we're gonna use the wooden merlons because I think they will look overall quite nice. Caravan has reached the destination. Please have a ton. Oh, books. So easy to get distracted. A spirit distillery. Could do that. Don't really need that though. Don't need the cattle. A golden torch. No, thank you. I have a good amount of stuff actually. Icebox. No bookshelf. Where's the good stuff? Decorative tile marble. This is new. Kind of want to take it. Don't quite know what we're going to do with it. Let's take it for now and see if we can actually afford it. All right, food, decorative tile stone. That wouldn't be the limestone, no, limestone brick. Sorry about the quick interruption. This is now sorted. Do they actually have gold bars? Those gold bars we can always turn into coin now, which I love to see. Doesn't quite. I should also go on to G. No, doesn't quite look like it. Right, we're definitely gonna sell the goat remains. But I think we have otherwise everything that we really wanted. Could buy some rugs. Yeah, I don't really need to. Yeah, I don't know if we need anything else really. Could actually buy little logs. Let's do that. We have the capacity, and yeah, we have the capacity. We're definitely going to take some of those. Let's see, what else could we... I guess we could take a spirit distillery, because why not? Pigment, yeah, I don't think we need that right now. Was that it? Is that all we're gonna buy? Could buy a bell. Eh. Actually, let's stock up on ice blocks. That can never hurt. And then, you know what? Let's take the decorative stone. Oh, we actually need to pay them a ton. Surprise. If you buy a lot of stuff, you need to pay a lot of stuff. Right. I think overall that's not too bad though. So let's look at what else we could sell. I think these books are probably the cheapest way to not make a dent into this. Wow. If we sell literally everything we brought, we're still 500 short. Right. But I just want it now, so here we go. Let's accept that. This speechcraft skill went way up. That's pretty awesome. And now I can focus back on putting down the wooden merlins. There we go. I think that will look kind of nice, at least up here. But in order to make it a little bit nicer, we're also going to add a... Actually, why not a large table? Because we do have the space up here. And also a few more... maybe just wooden chairs. Yeah, why not? All right. Oh, that should not be there. We'll fix that in a second. There we go. So this way they can have a rooftop party, which I guess is not a bad thing. Okay. What else do I need to look at? How much is this actually? Each one of these is 5 limestone bricks. And we just bought, I think, 180. So that's a bit more than 30 each. Oh, hold on. You guys don't need to finish these back here anymore. And we can remove those as well. Before you walk too far away, mate. Let me have you destroy this one. And then you can destroy the one next to it as well. There we go. Now they should still be able to reach everything else. Good, good, good. All right. Wait, why are you harvesting? My priority is construction. There's definitely more construction to be done. Like all of the stuff up here. Where you going? I guess there was some limestone down here as well, so he just picked it up. Alright. Also gonna continue this over here. This will not become a room. We're just gonna leave that as a outcropping. Lighted crops, of course. Where are all of our settlers? You are close by. So let's have you go ahead and harvest this. You tackle... Come on. No, don't slaughter the sheep. You tackle this. Seal, you tackle this one. Where are the others? We have one more here. I don't think you're that close, actually. Alan, you're on as well. Here we go. And maybe all of you will be enough. Harvest that. Cutting this barley. Somebody definitely chopped this up and ran away. Osgood, you're here now as well. Good. Rondell. I think they all look fine. Oh, we do have one more here. I wish a little bit that it was easier to see what actually needs to be cut down. Is that it? That might be it. Oh, actually, there's another one right there. Osgood has another one right there. Can take care of this one. Still more blighted crops. Oh. Okay. So, who was it? Arundel, you take care of this. And I think we're just gonna have you do it by yourself. York the cat. Oh, not our cat. Oh man, I do feel bad for them. Alright. I don't think you guys really need to watch me do this manually, so I'll be right back. Alright. And with that, the blighted crops have been dealt with, and I just realized I never sent this guy home. I wish this was more automatic, to be honest. But it's fine, it's fine. Alright. The Merlins are coming in back here, which I like to see. Put in this part here. We're going to add, of course, all the flooring up here that we could possibly need. And yes, we will need more support underneath there. Actually, a ton more support. I forgot that I never finished it. Alright, autosaving. Okay, I think this might become a little bit boring as gameplay. So what we're gonna do instead is I'm gonna fast forward, sort this room out, and then I will be right back. Alright, I'm quickly back. We do have a merchant caravan coming in, so I'm hoping we can buy some more. We could check it out. We could check it out. Botany 20. That's not bad. But I think what we would want most is construction. Botany 19. Also not bad. So I'm gonna say no. Also, we do still have a ton of a ton of possible recruits in the basement, which, you know, also obviously kind of weird. Oh, look at that though. They finished the flooring over here, which I like to see. So that's overall pretty good. Medicine shelves. Guess that's okay as well. We could finally put up the what are they called? Wait, what's wrong there? Why did all of this collapse? Too far from a stable structure? How? Oh man. Sometimes I don't understand the stable structures in this game. And by sometimes, I mean basically all the time. Because, yeah. Can't find a path. Okay, so I guess I need to start building this one. Wait. No, that is correct. That is correct. Alright. Alan, time for you to stop sleeping. On your birthday? Sorry, mate. Sorry. Oop. Look at all the cows. And again, this is where I wish there was a better way of getting them all back home than having to call everyone. And for whatever reason, my traders always arrive in the middle of the night. Anyways, call them, all of them, to basically do that. Okay, I guess Roughgar is kind of blocked. So is Odgen. Excellent. So we have a bunch of our people who are locked away. I wish they would spawn here at this post. It would make just so much more sense. Right, bottom line though, we do have a distillery now. So let's try to install it. Can we fit it in here? Of course we cannot. Ooh. But I think this room here will actually become our brewing location. I'm not gonna actually put you in this corner, because we're probably gonna try to add another path through here into this area so that the connection is a little bit faster. All right, this is, again, like a very massive episode. But I guess that happens. Okay, do we have all the cows? I think so. No, of course not. Audrey, help this one out, please. I think then we got them all. Settlers are starving. Why are you starving, mate? Go and eat. Ah, you're blocked. Right, Ellen, come on. You can do it. That explains it. For all of them. Oh, man. I'm not doing a good job for them. But I guess that's just what happens. We're also gonna add a staircase down here. And I know I've kind of mined this, not kind of, I have mined this out. But we're gonna go ahead and fill that up with soil again. And then we have a pathway down here to this area. Don't know why there is a staircase in here. I guess we're also gonna head one further down there. But you know, future worries, future worries. All right. Wait, did I buy this? Why is this not being transported? Ah. That's why. There was no space assigned to it. Decorative tile marble. So what do you do with decorative tile marbles? Well, I'm assuming it's in here. It is in here indeed. Ah. Okay, that kind of makes me want to go ahead. Cancel all of these. Delete those. I guess the outside ones, they're fine. And then we're placing our decorative tile marble all along here. Because I think this will become the extension of our Great Hall. Alright. I don't know if we have enough decorative tile marbles. I hope so. I'm wondering if this is getting a little bit too much to actually build. Ugh, all the rooftops are gone too. Oh man. Maybe I just need to call it done. So much stuff to do. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet while they build all of this, and I will be back afterwards. So, see you in a bit. Right, and as the sun rises over Hawkshaw, I'm basically done. Well, I actually played another 40 minutes or so trying to wrap up the last few rooms, specifically cleaning up the prison cell and then finishing the new kitchen. But the game crashed on me. So I decided to give up and have to say, this is the result of Hawkshaw. As you can see, our defenses are up. Looking overall very nice. We do have a good amount of harvestable area. It was just enough for our settlements. Everyone has their own room. Most of them look excellent. Some of them could probably be a bit improved. And yes, I was working on that as well. As well as our new Great Hall. I think it was a fun experience playing on this map. I'm very excited for version 1.0. And with that, I thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.